Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I'm going to do some little journal cards for the Beauty in Black and White soft covered journal. So I've picked out these. So as you all probably know, I'll just quickly show you. I won't show you the whole journal again, but this is the soft covered. I put the tie around the back to keep it out of the way, but basically it's got 3 signatures, and in each signature I've put this lovely paper bag. So I need a card for each side of the bag, and there is a bag in each signature, so I need 6 cards. So I measured out the size and I decided to do 3 on black card and 3 on white. Okay, and then I've chosen these baby doll pictures. I think that's what they're called, paper dolls, sorry. Paper doll, and I'm going to layer them on top of some scraps of lace and tulle, I think that's called. I'm not too sure if that's the right name. And then I've got one of G. Kerr's words on each one from the black and white kit that she has in her Etsy shop. And then on the black ones I've got some black and white. Well, some of them look a bit grey and white, but that's just the shades of black and white. They don't all look 100% black and white, but I've got some lovely ladies for that side. So I also want to put a tab on each one, and I'm going to use this white lace, and I'm going to put them on before I stick any of these pieces down. Okay, so we'll do the white ones first. So I thought it'd be easier and quicker to just get everything ready, try and be a bit organized. So we do these 3 first. Now on the white background I wanted to put a little bit of stenciling, so I've got my brush and I've got my archival black soot ink, and so I'm just going to move that off of there and get a bit of book page, and I'm just going to move those up, get a bit of book page, and this will be the side I'm sticking them on. So I'm just going to load up my brush, and I'm just going to do a little bit of stenciling on the side where the tulle is, because that's very sort of see-through, just a little bit, not too much. Like that. So we put these back on. You can just see there's a little bit now of interest behind that side. Okay, so that's one. So we'll just do the others, and I'll just turn that around. I'm trying to avoid the line going down it. So that's number 2. So let's put these back on. So it's a nice little bit of extra interest behind. So move that one over there, and then just do this one, and it's going to be this side this time because I've kind of swapped that one over a bit. I'm only doing the edge of this, not going right to this edge because it leaves a line. So I'll just put that under my desk. I've got a little shelf underneath in case you wonder what I'm doing. Okay, and pop her back on, okay, with her friend, like this. Right, okay, so I want to put some of this. I'm just going to pop that lid back on. I want to pop some of this as a tab. I think that will be enough. Fold it over at the top like that, and I'm going to glue it down. So it's 5 of those circle pieces on here. So that's that one, and we'll put the same on the black ones. So that should be enough. So I'm going to pop them on with some Beacon 3-in-1, and I don't, yes, there is a right and a wrong way, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball the center. Actually, I just had a thought. I'm not putting them on the top, I'm putting them on the side. So that was a good job I realised that, wasn't it? Because they're going into the side of a paper bag opening. So put that down as one circle, I think. So we've got something to pull them out with. That's better. Right, that's one. I think they're all going to be on the same side. No, maybe not. Let me just get the journal back and check that. So that will be on that side, and that one, which will be fine. And then the other side of that will be on that side. So on the other side, because that's a bigger piece there. Okay, so I want 3 on the left and 3 on the right. Okay, so we'll do these on the right hand side. I'm just sticking one of those circular patterns down like that on each side. So that's that one, and then that's going to be on the left, this one. So hope you're all doing okay. Just making sure that's the right way round. We've definitely got autumnal sort of hint in the air at the moment. you know, I think it always happens when the children go back to school after summer holidays. So I just get black ones over. And I'm just going to see if I've got a white ink that I can do some white stenciling with. I'm not sure if I have or not. Just having a look on my shelf. Just bear with me. Right, I think I'll put you on hold and I'll come back. Okay, sorry for the break, but I'm back. I've got, I had a set of Dovecraft pigment ink pads gifted to me by my husband, I think, when the very first sort of crafting I ever did. I'm not too keen on them. They're a bit greasy, I think. But this one's called Crystal White. So let's have a look and see what this turns out like. So I'm just going to use the Tim Holtz Flourish and see what we get. So I'm only going to do a thin line. Now I haven't used these for a long time, so I'm kind of hoping that there'll be some ink left. Looks like there is. Okay, that's not too bad. Just go down that edge. Just want to pop a bit more there. That's okay. I like that. That's good. Okay, so that's one, right? And just take bits off of that one, pop them on there for a minute. Okay, that's one. And then this one, I'm going to turn it over, I think. Should have done this on my messy mat. See, I get lazy and I don't get it out. So we do two on the right. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that stencil. I love that stencil, but I'm not too keen on it for this. Let's try this one again. It's a bit more closely patterned, if you know what I mean. That's better, I think. Okay, put that back onto that one, like so. Okay, so just swapping that over, so that's there and that lace is there. And then we'll do one on the left. Here, like this. Okay. It doesn't matter which way round I have it. I'm going to do it on the left, but because it's non-directional, I can turn it up around the other way in a minute. Just easier for me to do it this side because I'm right-handed. So I'm just thinking about adding a tiny bit more down there, like so. Okay, very greasy, so I'll have to get that wiped at the end. But at least I had a white, which is worth knowing about. Right, think you forget what you have in your stash. So I'm turning it round so it's now down that side, the left. Okay, right, so those are the bits that go on that one, and I'm then going to glue the tabs on. So this one is going to be on the left. Forgive me if you can hear kind of a whining, squeaking. We call it the wheelbarrow effect. It's Paddy Dog whining. He's done this on and off all day because Daddy is out the front doing some work on his bike, motorbike thing. And he can't go out with him. We've tried to let him out with him, but he just runs off and he starts getting naughty, and if any of the neighbours appear, then Paddy thinks it's a game, you know. So so we've got, let's see, we've got how many on the right for this one? We've got 2 on the right and 1 on the left, so really we need 2 on the left and 1 on the right. So that's just going to be turned round, and yeah, so he's it sounds like a squeaky wheelbarrow, and it's really irritating. I've shut the door, so I'm hoping you don't hear it too badly. But yeah, unfortunately he's a bit of a nuisance outside, you know, and Ubby's tried, you know, to persevere, and you know, we don't want to kind of tie him up out there really because it's at the front, and he's only got his LEAD, which is a harness, so it wouldn't really be very good, you know, to try and, I mean, we have got a camping, like a peg and a long piece of rope that you buy for just pegging them down, and then they can have a run round the tent kind of thing. But that's up in the loft now with all the camping gear, because we've obviously put it away. Now until next year. So by the time he'd got that all out and everything, it'd be time to come in, I expect. So there isn't much point to it, much to Paddy's, you know, unhappiness really, like that. I think my husband's trying to concentrate. It's an electrical thing that he's trying to sort out. So I think he's better off on his own, really. Right, so we'll get these back, and just going to use the black soot and go around these pieces quickly. These Tim Holtz paper dolls, I've used quite a few of them now, actually. First of all, when I first saw them in other people's videos, I wasn't too keen on them. But I don't mind these. I find some of the old photographs a bit odd. I don't know. I want to say creepy, but I don't really know why I feel like that. And I put off buying these for a long time because I thought, you know, what's the point? I don't really like the old photographs. But because these are cut out and they've been cut round, I find it doesn't affect me as much. I just think, you know, that they're someone else's family, you know. And so when it's an actual photograph, I just find it all a bit strange, you know. It's different if the person's using their own photographs, I guess. I don't know, it's just something, it's me, it's a peculiar thing. I don't know why I kind of had that reaction to them. I'm just really just lightly going around them just to define those cut out edges, really. Give them a bit of definition. So I'm using G's kit, her black and white kit, and these words are out of that. I'm just trying to work out where. Now I'm not sure if these pictures are Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodahs. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. I should write down on a piece of paper what I'm using and who supplied them. You know, which Etsy shop. I did do that before, but I haven't done it this time. Maybe I will for the next video. But I want to wrap this up now, this journal. I've done a bit off camera. It's quite chunky already. So the last video I did, I made that nice additional piece to go inside it from sort of a flip out, so that I enjoyed making that. Okay, right, let's just stick these down, see how they look. Okay, so on this thicker piece of lace, I'm going to use some Beacon 3-in-1, and I think I'll have that sticking over the edge a little bit, like that, not too much. So I kind of want to put some glue down just a bit. I'm not going to go mad with it, I'm only very lightly squeezing it and popping that down like so. Just give that, I can neaten the edges off. So that's that, and then I've kept a bit of the selvage edge of this, so I'm just going to pop that under here, and I'll use some art glitter because that's good for sticking down finer pieces. Okay, so just lifting that edge up that I didn't stick down, popping that underneath like so. And then I will trim that side off. So got to give that a press down now. Okay, and then we'll use the Beacon 3-in-1. These cardboard pieces. And I think we'll have the little boy there. And the little girl next to him. I don't know how Paddy Dog can keep that up all day. Honestly, he's managed to do it non-stop. Then I think we'll put this word at the top. Like that. Full of hope, young children, and we'll trim that off after when it's dry. So that's one. On to number 2. I'm going to probably pop that down first this time. So again, I'm not putting loads on, so put it to the edge if I can. It does need pressing down, otherwise it just, once that is tacky, let's pop a bit more, it's curling up. Like so. Okay, and that's going here. So we'll put it on the back this time. I'm just dotting it around on the cutout side. I don't want too much seeping through. And that's and go down like so. Sounds like a, I don't know what. That's with the door shut. Just keeping it up non-stop. It must hurt his throat. I don't know how dogs can keep that up for so long. I'll put her there this time. And he can go next to her. They look very solemn, these children. Oh, and very dressed in their Sunday best, I'd say. So obviously been told to behave. So I'm going to put this word adventure underneath. I'm sure they are desperate to get home and get out in their playing clothes. Well, maybe we'll put it up here because the girls seem to be a bit taller than the boys. I've tried to match them up. So that's number 2. And on to number 3. All dressed in their Sunday best, look. Well, actually, this little girl looks like she's in her school uniform with her friend. So I'm just going to cut this down a bit because I think it's a bit too wide and I don't want to waste it. But it does seem to go peculiar once you try tearing it, you know. So let's pop this down. I've never known this sort of tool to, and I think that's how you say it, tool, yes, I don't know, anyway. Net, it's kind of like a net curtain material, sort of thing that tutus are made out of. I've never had any that sort of went all stretchy like this, so I'm not too sure what's causing that, but at least we're sticking things over the top. So pop that on. Very pretty, this lace. I shall probably go round with the glue rub afterwards. So let's put, pretty sure that's a little girl, judging by her shoes. Going to put that one up there because both of them actually, because I want to put the word at the bottom this time. There they are. And these are friends. That's what this word is. Friends. There. That's nice, I like that. Right, move on to these lovely ladies, and just put a thicker bit down, I think, see if that helps. Maybe I'm being a bit stingy with it. It's because it's art glitter glue, you know, and it's quite expensive, but it's lovely glue, and it's one of my favourites. And I did order another bottle. Unfortunately, when it arrived from Amazon, it had leaked all into the envelope, so there was a good half a bottle missing, and I hope that will dry up clear. Anyway, I arranged a return and everything, and they never paid up, so it went back and they said they didn't have it, and I said I'd used one of their return labels through the return procedure on that order that you follow, and they said they didn't produce labels, and I said, you have, I've got it here, and I had to like send it to them and prove it, and I'd still never had it. And I did raise an issue with Amazon, but I don't know, it just didn't happen. So my husband said, give up, just leave it, you know, he said it's making you stressed, and he said for the sake of that, I think it was the smaller bottle like this, which was about 7 something, he said, just, you know, for the sake of that, he said, just be careful, you know, who you're buying from, because I do avoid any Chinese stuff, I have to say, as I had a couple of very bad experiences. A little doll, when Maisie, my granddaughter, was tiny, this beautiful doll was advertised, and I should have known better. Advertised, absolutely beautiful, reminded me of her mummy, same hair and everything, and it was £40, and I thought, well, you know, I think that's good value for this type of doll. Anyway, when it came, it was like something you win at a fair. Wasn't, it's like a rag doll made out of material and was absolutely awful. And I had a terrible battle to get it returned, and I did eventually, because I googled them. Well, I put their name on Facebook and I said, is anyone else? And of course everyone had been duped, the same as me. And the doll, the make of the doll that they were advertising was actually a collector's doll, and they are very expensive dolls. And I didn't know anything about this type of doll, so I would have immediately known that it was a copy, but it wasn't even a copy. And China are very good at copying things, and they look very good, but this wasn't even a copy. It was an awful, awful thing that you probably wouldn't even find in our like pound shop that we have in the UK. You know, I suppose you might call it overseas in the US, the dollar store, something like that. And it wasn't fit for a child. That was most obvious. Anyway, when I found out on Facebook that a lot of other people had been duped, they had provided an email address, so I emailed them and I said to them, if you don't pay me my full refund, because they did offer a refund, but it was appallingly low. I said, I'm going to take you to the Trading Standards Office and anywhere else I can report you to. And I said, I know that you've done this to other people because I've seen the site on Facebook, and this is just absolutely appalling. I said, I wanted this for my little granddaughter who has a rare genetic condition. So, you know, it's not like she can play with normal kind of toys, which she does have dollies. But most of her toys are, you know, special toys that are for her to learn. And I just thought, this doll was so beautiful that I just thought, oh, I have to have it. Anyway, I got my money back completely. So you just have to persevere. And I wasn't going to put it on anywhere, but I just used that threat. And I've done that before, you know. Just never give up. I mean, this glue, I think I will give up. So now I'm a bit hesitant about ordering it. I'm not sure it's sold anywhere in the UK in any of the craft shops. I haven't seen it in our hobby craft shop, I must say. That would be the main place where it's likely to be. So I don't know. I'll only do it if I can establish where it's coming from. And you know, I said to these people with the glue that I'd sent back, it wasn't packaged properly. It came in a jiffy envelope, you know, padded envelope, and the bottle wasn't even in a box. It wasn't wrapped up in anything, not even bubble wrap or anything like that. And no one had bothered to check, obviously, when they packaged it up, if it was sealed properly, and it obviously wasn't. So, you know, I'm not paying for... In a way, I wish I'd kept it now and not said anything, because at least I would have had the glue. Now I've got no glue and no refund either, so I've lost out, really. So at the moment, I'm loath to buy another bottle. Certainly wouldn't buy it from the same company. Creative something. It's Creative something. Anyway, Creative Stores or something. I don't know. It's through Amazon. I certainly wouldn't buy any more from that place. I think they have a distribution site in the UK. Right, okay, so they're done. Just going to trim off this bit here. Try not to trim the tab off at the same time that we've painstakingly stuck down. Right, so that's one. Let's pop them out now. So there we have them. I hope you like them. I thought they'd be different with some material on, some lace, and that is it. So there, I'll leave them to dry, and then the next time you see the journal you'll see them inside. So I'll say goodbye and I'll see you again soon.